already, and let's get into it. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thalmor Radio. Yeah, he's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thalmor Radio.
Thalmor Radio. Small show today. 23 is about normal. Uh-oh. Why is that thing not making the noise? Is it dead? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Before we begin the show, let me launch a ground battle. Welcome to the June 2nd, 2022. Actually, why do I only have 2 maps? It's 9:07. I declared war like 20 minutes ago. Why do I only have 2 maps? I started with 5 because he's on Fortress. I only have 2. Shit. Alex! Alex, your game's fucked! Alex! Alex, please! You can't ping Alex because I banned him from the server. Alex! Sheepy, I know your real name. Your game's broke. I need to launch a ground. I need to steal this guy's money and resources. My cat is protesting because she's upset I'm yelling. Hi, cat. Hi, Belle. Belle says hello, everyone. What? What do you want me to do? Oh, the other one started now. Oh my goodness. All right. So the game's broke. That's awesome. What's not broke is the war. Hollywood is fighting Celestial. They are winning quite decisively. They blitzed Wednesday. They blitzed Wednesday. And I did a bonus show that day. Go check it out. It was really fun. Really funny. Go look at it after this show. And I'm going to share a story because I have killed things. And I need to get it off my chest because it was fun. So, the eggs that I eat are next door. And next door is where my mom lives. We live right next to each other in the same plot of land. So I went to go get eggs. And it was 9 p.m. The cats are now quiet. You can see the chest, see you later. But I went to go get eggs. And I made the eggs. It was 4 eggs. They were scrambled. I put salt on them. I was going to eat them. It was really good. Went back to my house. And I was going up the ramp. And even though it was dark, and even though I had my light wasn't on, but I could still see in the dark. Right on the ramp, going up to the side entrance of my house, was a copperhead. Son of a bitch! I yelled, and my mom was like, what are you yelling about? And I said, there's a snake. And she said, oh shit. So she went and got my stepdad for some reason. Every time there's a snake, she goes and gets my stepdad, even though he usually can't do anything about it most of the time. Usually it's gone by the time he comes and gets it. And so he grabbed the stick. We have a hoe, and this hoe is an anti-snake hoe. It does bonus damage against snakes. Except earlier this summer, the head of it broke off. So now it's just a stick, an anti-snake stick, but because the head's broken off, it no longer does any bonus damage. It's basically just a club. And so the snake went up the porch, and the snake, I have my trash bags that overflow, and I take out the trash. I put them in this little area of the deck. Well, this snake had some combat intelligence. The snake went under the garbage bags, so we could not get to it. So my stepdad is there, and he's beating against the wood of the deck, trying to like scare off the snake. But the snake does not care. The snake is like, I'm a snake. So eventually, I get tired of this because there's no way that the snake is going to get killed this way. So I go around the deck onto the front porch and go inside my house and begin to eat my eggs. And then I take one bite and I get bored of the eggs. So I go to the back door, the screen door, to look at the snake. And the snake is all curled up, and the snake is like, I'm a snake. I turn on the porch light and the laundry room light so we can see the snake better. So finally, my stepdad yells to me, "Hey, Thalmor, do you still have your BB gun?" And I say, "Yes." The BB gun that I shot out multiple windows with? Yes, I still have it. And he said, "Go shoot it." And I said, "That's a good idea." So I got my BB gun, and like, see, there's a problem with that. The way everything is positioned, do I want to get a picture? Yes. Let me just go get a picture because I can show it better that way. Hold on. "4.4 megabytes? This thing will never upload." Actually, it is uploading. Okay, well, we'll see if this works or not. But, yeah, well, it's trying to load. But basically, the problem with shooting the snake was that as I open up the screen door, all I'm really doing is just giving the snake direct access to bite my dick hole. So, what I do is I can't prop the door open with the thing because if the snake decides, and I saw it move, the snake was fast. If I tried to let it, if I just propped the door open, then the snake could probably come at me. So what I did instead was I would lean against the door frame, prop the door open with my foot, and like I would try to shoot the snake that way. It looked really dumb. But I then proceeded to shoot the snake, I think about 15 times with my BB gun. And eventually, I knew the snake was venomous because from the angle I was, I could see that the snake had a triangular head. So this was, my stepdad seemed to think it was a hog snake, whatever that is, or a water moccasin. I thought it was a copperhead. I think I'm still right, but we never identified it, so who knows. But anyways, I shot the snake a bunch of times in the head, and it still did okay. So then I shot it several times on the body, and it still did okay. And then I shot it a few more times in the head, and then finally the snake kind of stopped moving. Like the snake seemed to have been injured to some degree. So then my mom says, "Hey, Thalmor, do you still have that other gun?" And I said, "Yes, I do." So then I went to get this pellet gun. It's called a splat ball gun. It's a gun that fires these little orange water beads. And that was a good idea because that gun at close range will bruise me. So to a snake, if I shot it full auto, close range in the head, I knew it would fuck it up. So I loaded up the gun, dry fired it a couple times, put on full auto, and I let that like that snake got lit up. And finally, like it before I even shot it full auto though, the snake's head was like its mouth was open, but its head was resting on its side. So it looked kind of retarded. But I didn't care. So finally, once it was dead, I poked it with a broom, It didn't move. So then when I got a spear, and I started chopping its head off with the spear, and I twisted its neck around to where that snake was dead by the time I was done with it with the spear. Did you eat it? No, I did not. But the snake was dead. My stepdad tossed it in the front yard. It wasn't there earlier today, so I guess something came and ate it. But that was for the snake. And then right as we had determined the snake was dead, my mom started screaming because she saw a giant spider on the side of my house. So then I took my spear and tried to smash the spider, but the spider ran off and instead got on the cement. And then I Mario jumped on it and killed that spider. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I killed a snake and I killed a big spider that scared my mom. And then I killed a second spider later because my eggs were cold and I don't like cold eggs, so I made more eggs and I ate those. And then as I was getting my second round of eggs, there was another spider and I killed it. So I killed 3 things yesterday and it was actually kind of fun. So there you go. That's the story of how I defended my family. And I don't feel bad about killing the snake because it was venomous. And better it than us being at risk later. So there you go. I have blood on my hands. And of course, right as I finish, use the Mexican hammer. What's a Mexican hammer? It's this GIF. That's funny. I like that. I hope that guy wasn't hurt though, because his head was close to the explosion. Anyways, let's see. Who is this? Oh, the guy I'm rating just DM'd me, guys. Let me see what he has to say. Oh, he's being friendly. Okay, I will be friendly to him. Okay, I think that's it for internals. Let me discuss game stuff. There's 4 topics, but none of them have any real substance to them. So this will be 5 minutes. The power of Ultra Instinct. So what that one is it's been reported on the forums that someone was able to do 6 ground attacks. In fact, there's another number I'm forgetting. But there you go. Thalmor, my computer's going to die. I can get a 21 gun salute. Yes. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. There's 21 guns. So, someone did 6 round attacks in 2 hours or something. I don't know. But that happened. So that shit is broken again. It was fixed and now it's broke. So Alex, your game's broke. Alex, I'm sure he'll get right on it. I don't know. I've spread rumors. That's funny to me. And on the forums, I commented, "Is this the power of Ultra Instinct?" That's pretty cool, being able to launch multiple ground battles. Feeding the hand that bites. So that's a funny one. Is he here? Yes, Eligos is here. Eligos, do you want to post the image of the friendliness of your enemy? Hold on, I got you. Yes, please post it. So Eligos is a member of the Knights Radiant, and he is fighting Celestial. And I'm guessing he was fighting a member of Hogwarts. And what ended up happening was Hogwarts sent him war aid, 5,000 gas, 5,000 munitions, and 5,000 steel. Hogwarts is in Celestial, and Eligos is in the Knights Radiant, which is Hollywood. So that is very funny. So clap. Hold on. Can I clap for Hogwarts for being such good sports and giving their enemies war aid? So I should have made this an internal, but that's okay. I can just talk about it now. There are 3 new channels in the server, and they're under the Forbidden Archive category, which is right above where the chat is here and where my show is. Leaked Docs, which is for leaked government documents. Leaked Logs, which is self-explanatory. And Leaked Chat, which is for conversation of the prior 2 rooms. Similar to how Seethe and Cope is going to be a persistent archive of community Seethe and Cope, Forbidden Archive will be a persistent archive of leaked material for the community to be able to reference to at any time going into the future. And the first additions to those rooms, actually all of them come from Rose. Rose is leaking hella hard right now for some reason. Their IA guide got leaked along with today their war chest stuff, and the war chest document has like other stuff too. Some government stuff also got leaked. Like Lucy here is saying that tax are 50-50 and you can't like withdraw your shit. And there's a war thing that's like you guys need to start nukes and missiles. There's a war thing that says you guys need to start buying nukes and missiles. So there you go. Rose is leaky as fuck. What's this, Sig? Auction closes. Exclusive Rose. Oh, he's auctioning it off? Huh. I hope he makes hella cash off of it. Gonna make quesadillas. You have fun with that. It's not open for me. Does it open for me? Because someone's just copying the document, so they should open. It's not pulling up for me, but my internet shit, that's probably more than anything. The wrong leak was sold by him. Okay, gotcha. Also, Thalmor says like the whitest of white persons. I am the whitest of white persons. It really doesn't get a whole lot more white than me. I play Politics and War. I do a radio show for Politics and War. I live in rural Kentucky. I dropped out of college. Like, well, I don't know. Finishing college is a white guy thing. I'm more white trash in that regard in dropping out of college. But anyways, dropping out of yeah. So yeah, Rose is leaky. There are some game updates coming, and the only one I'm consciously aware of at the top of my head is the Treaty Web got updated so that now all alliances can be featured and you can filter them. That is a cool quality of life update. I'm happy that it happened because I'm a nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's awesome. Village is a dude who is like a developer, and he seems cool. So God bless the Village for carrying the weight of the game on him right now. Zig says these are all ready to go live. Max 3 trade limitation. The merging thing already exists. Okay. Metropolitan planning. I'm guessing that's a project. Navy upkeep and usage change. PNWpedia rewrite. Leader and nation name consistent. Allow commas and dollars in number inputs. Baseball income cap and other changes. Fallout shelter project. Military salvage, which is another project. Nation deletion, resource splitting. Let's fucking go. Ally trade indicator, alliance embargoes, update treaty web, upvote button on advertisements, and merging alliance trades into global market. Let's go.
Can I? A lot of these things have not been pushed live, partially because we haven't had anyone to actually test them. I personally tested, I think, like 8 of them. I don't even know, but I can't test them all. and everybody's on vacation or too lazy. So please help. Come to the test server and test the ideas. Test the things so they can be pushed live, please.
How did it work with all the new stuff? Did the game break or was it okay?
There were a few initial hiccups. There are pretty much always are for some of it. I can't really remember what it was. The like ally trade indicator was like, at first they just didn't show up on the right ones, and then he fixed it, and it looks great. Some of them are actually pretty cool. Like, in the new. Let me pull it up just a sec.
I like Nesquik and chocolate. I went to Sonic the other day. Actually, it was like a week ago, and I got a blue raspberry slushy. That was delicious. Even though I'm becoming a health nut, I'm not like I'm still living life with it. So I'm happy I'm striking that balance of becoming healthier while also like living a life because yeah. I never said I was dieting. I'm just optimizing. A blue raspberry slushy is okay, especially because I've already cut out. Like I was drinking. There's 6 servings of soda in a 2 liter, and I would drink 5 a day. So 140 times 5. That's 700 calories in a week. That is about 5,000 calories that I've cut out just by that alone, which is about a pound and a half. So actually maybe a little under a pound and a half, but like that's pretty good. Like I can enjoy the blue raspberry slushy here and there. Oh, it's a nice little indicator. Your alliance has a treaty with this alliance. That's cool. I also like the trade indicator stuff. Like, hey, this trade is from an allied nation. Because I do like I have enough money now that I do like I'll buy from alliances that Hand of Fate is friendly with, and I will not buy from alliances that Hand of Fate is not friendly with. I already kind of do that. I did it more when it was in clock because there was a clear friend foe distinction there. There you go. Honestly, the thing that helped me lose the last 50 pounds of my overweight is quickly cutting out drinks with calories, although I'm getting like 30 since I stopped. Um, yeah, man, fucking that soda shit adds up. And I'd already cut out the chocolate after every like the little dessert after every meal. So I'm like, I'm doing real good. And now I'm working out every day, so that's more calories burned. So I'm just like I'm gonna be a twig with a little thickness here and there, and then I'll probably will like actually go to the wellness center and be like, give me a nutritionist so I can like really get after. What I want to do, and I've been putting it off because I'm lazy, is I want to get a membership at the regional hospital's fitness center so I can actually like use their equipment and stuff. And the reason why I'm going to go to the fitness center instead of like Planet Fitness is because the fitness center has an indoor pool, and I love swimming, and swimming's a good exercise. So, your boy is going to become hella strong in time, hopefully. Zig, anything else you want to add to these changes that's coming?
No, there's a lot of good changes. Um, and I honestly they're working. Most of them are working pretty well. They just need like little tweaks, but I don't know. Go test. Help me test, please.
Do you think?
Help me test, please.
Do you think bodybuilders can swim? I'm not trying to become a bodybuilder. I'm just trying to get really strong and in shape. Like bodybuilding is on the opposite end of the spectrum where I was heading. Like bodybuilders at a point like lose their agility, and like I would like to eventually do combat sports recreationally. So I can't become like hella big. And also becoming hella big like that, like you gotta eat so much, and it's like there's a happy middle ground, and that's what I'm aiming for. Muay Thai. I want to do Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu, but I'm scared of Muay Thai because I don't want to like get brain damage. Yeah, exactly, Fatsu and a grave. Like I don't just want to I want to look strong, but I want to actually be strong, and I want that strength to be functional. I want to be a better person for it. I don't just want to stack on muscle and be a beefhead or a beefcake, whatever it's called. All right. Muay Thai is a form of kickboxing from Thailand. All right. That's it. Final call, politics and war, and has things to go over, or is that it for politics and war? Doing the basic bitch karate is not good for you unless you just want to do some exercise, because like the basic bitch karate, you won't actually learn how to fight is the problem. Like there's no utility in it. It's good for meeting people. It's good for meeting people. It's good for exercise. That's it. It just depends on the instructors. Yeah. Advanced bitch karate. Congrats, kills. That's awesome. All right. So, that is it for Politics and War. I am weeks late to this, but there's the Ask Me Anything where people could submit questions for me and Zig to answer. And we are going to finish that right now. And then I'll do a final call for real life, and then we're done with the show. And so there we go. That's where we are at. Ripped Thalmor versus some dude from Japan that's like for 20 years. I think in like Japan and China, well, Japan, like it might be a lot more legit though than like the local, the local place here in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky. There's a great video. It's from China, and the guy got in trouble actually, but it's like Chinese MMA fighter versus like Chinese traditional martial arts guy, and the MMA guy just completely fucks the traditional guy up because the traditional guy, like, he learned a style it's not actually martial arts, whereas MMA is actual martial arts. And the guy and the MMA guy got in like trouble. He went to jail because he embarrassed the nation, and China's a hellhole. But anyways, Zig, do you want to pull up the questions one by one because you organized them so pretty?
I got it. Ready?
Let's
Set.
fucking go. Ready? Top 5 political figures, leaders in the history of POW and why. You don't have to like them, just that they did shit you thought was cool. I like Kigaz because he's always been on the good side and he's competent. I like Horsecock because KT and Hand of Fate both have bothered lots of people and have broke lots of shit, despite how small we've always been. And that's awesome. Rock Quinton deserves points because although he was a shithead and his people were shitheads, they left a permanent mark on the community that we will never forget for a very, very, very long time. Fuck. I guess. Oh, Abyss. Abyss. I can't believe I almost forgot about Abyss. Abyss has had his hand in everyone's pockets for a long time. I think now he's finally like quit, but he in the earlier years of the game, man, he was like he knew everything that happened as soon as it happened. He directed so much. So Abyss. I don't know who the number 5th guy should be. Maybe Partisan. Maybe Partisan deserves number 5. Vex and Adrian also probably deserve number 5. So number 5 is kind of a toss-up. There you go. What do you think, Zig?
Yeah, I think you're completely wrong. Next question. No, I'd put
Okay.
Partisan
No, I put
and Sweet Ronnie D. Of course, I gotta rep my boy, Sweet Ronnie D. Appy's definitely in my top 5. Even though he's, I don't know, I don't think he's the best leader, but he is one of my favorites. Adrian, yeah, there you go. No reasoning.
I think that's only 4. You need a 5th one.
How dare you count? I literally have a list of 4, and I said there's one blank.
This one blank.
I was trying to think, but I couldn't remember anybody's names from like not within the last year. So let's go with Bezzers. Bezzers was cool.
Your interest makes sense. All right, number 2. How to make politics and war better. Do more quality of life stuff, and make the server better and your code better. Like, forget any new major mechanics for like 2 years. Just spend 2 years, like, quality of life, better code. There you go. What do you think, Zig?
I think that's what he's doing, actually. And in fact, I don't think Alex is doing any of it at this point. I think he's completely gotten rid of himself coding now. I think best thing to do to make it better would be a total server reset. Just wipe the game clean. Everyone's all on the same level. No whale dichotomy. Completely change the political landscape. I think it'd be great.
I am also open to a reset because it would be interesting and would level the playing field, and we would see which people are really allies and which aren't, and it would be lots of chaos and it would be really fun. Half the game would leave. The worst half would leave. Number 3.
I proposed a server reset, I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago, and Sheepy said pretty much no, never. If there was a second server, it would split the membership. If he reset it, then he'd probably lose half the people that stick around purely because of history. People would complain and stuff. So I personally think that would be pretty awesome, though. Okay, so number 3 is the real long one that has a lot of details and stuff. I don't know what you want to do with that. Should I just post the entire thing and have...
Yeah, might as well. I'm in a pretty solid place in my life, been through some dark shit, and I've come out better side, knowing how to appreciate life. The person I live with is in that pit that I found my way out of years ago. For context, he's 30, works a shit job in terms of satisfaction, but it's a very comfortable job in terms of stress and nothing else. He makes up to live off of kind of spends every day in a cloud of weed and sometimes booze on top. Cringe. I did get him to admit he's an alcoholic, and he got better for a couple of months, dropped like 80 pounds, but still smoked up every day and spent his time while he's sitting online playing video games. When he's gotten fucked up, he's talking about the real shit going on, knowing he's hiding from life through games, drugs, and booze. I've tried to help him without being overbearing, offered to bring him place and do things to help get him out of the routine, but I also know I can't make him get better unless he really wants to, let alone in a similar manner to how I got better. We all do this differently. We're moving out sometime before the end of the year. It's my decision, not his. I'm worried he's going to kill himself. Thoughts. It was supposed to be lighthearted, happy fun times. You can ignore this. He sounds like a loser. I think you're not responsible for him. He's probably not going to kill himself. He doesn't sound... Well, I don't know. I was going to say he doesn't sound suicidal, but he's in that... He sounds like he's got nothing going for him. And, like, boozing, video games, and weed. He doesn't have anything to live for. So I see why you would think that. I can't see that you probably wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know how you help him because this sounds like something he has to kind of take the initiative of to get out of. And because like I don't think there's anything you really can do. Maybe what you could do is just keep working on your own self and improving your own life so he could have something to like look at to inspire him. But like I would be inspired, but he might just get jealous because some people are silly like that. And it's evident of character flaws within him that he's living like this anyways. So I don't know if you can help him. Um, yeah, I don't have any advice because I think it's going to be on him to improve, and don't let him drag you down either. And that's all I can really say with any confidence.
Yeah, it's seems like a difficult situation. I think a lot of us have known people that are in a similar downward spiral at one point or another. Some people never get out of it, some people do. And I mean, where does either direction come from? I'm not sure. Some people you can't
He needs.
necessarily help, I don't think. But some people, the help they need won't come from you. That's what I think.
I, he would be improved by dropping the weed and the alcohol because that would save him money that he could put towards like other things that are better. Like even more video games would be better because at least those are experiences. Whereas whereas weed and alcohol is like it's numbing yourself to the world, which is the worst thing you could do. So honestly, it's probably the weed. The weed is why he has no drive to do anything. He needs to stop smoking weed. He needs to. He probably needs to go to rehab and become clean and stop that stuff. And then he'll probably get so bored that he will like be forced to improve. And a good first step to him would be like to get some dumbbells and just do some basic weightlifting because that seems to be universally from what I see. That seems to be the quickest, easiest way that guys like feel better about life is to just do some working out. So kick the substance abuse and do some light working out, and his life will probably be like way better just from that alone. Actually, so tell that to him. Quit the weed, quit the booze, work out some, and like you'll be way happier and better. And there you go. That's my advice.
I could never get into weightlifting because it always just feels so mind numbing. It like it like clouds my vision and not vision clouds my brain and makes me, I don't know, it actively hurts my brain to lift weights in a repetitive manner.
Um, it becomes fun after you develop the routine. That's how I'm able to do it every day. Is it's fun for me. I listen to podcasts. It's what Kiwi says, and Hillbilly says it's boring. I listen to podcasts. That gives my brain something to focus on, and then like I count the reps I'm doing. So my brain is doing enough to like not get bored. Dot Church says instead of using substance, you should go out and abuse some bitches. But I bet he can't even get it up because of the weed and alcohol. So he can't even do that.
Next,
Yep, we're ready for next. Please explain how to abolish the monarchy. First off, abolishing the monarchy is gay. But secondly, I should know this, but I don't. But you essentially have to take power away from him gradually through the institutions that make up the nation. Um, or like constitutional monarchy, and then you can just slowly sap power away from him until he's a figurehead, like Queen Elizabeth is. I mean, there's not that many monarchies left, unfortunately. So it's quite easy to do in the world now. What do you think, Zig?
The one real monarchy I think that's going on right now in North Korea, that'd be a good specific answer. Totalitarian, hereditary rule. How do you get rid of someone like that? You basically have to, like, I don't know, destabilize the government by getting the people under them, the generals and people, to decide against it, right? I don't know. I don't know how history works. I don't think getting rid of the monarchy is always a good idea because, why would you destabilize the country just to get rid of monarchy? Monarchy's cool and stuff. And without the monarch, the life is brutal and short. I don't remember.
Like, the funny thing is that monarchy has been the form of government for most societies for most of human history. And like most historians have always regarded democracy as being like this trash thing. They're like, why would we want this? It's only in the past couple centuries that democracy has really, like, the Enlightenment for the past 200 years, has democracy really become a thing. And I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. The only monarchies that are around now is like Saudi Arabia and Brunei, and Kiwi said Thailand, but I want to say something happened in Thailand, and it's not a monarchy anymore. But I could be wrong. UAE is also a monarchy. Yeah, it's all Muslim countries basically in Thailand, and that's it. I think we're done with that question, unless Zach wants to add anything. And if he doesn't, then next. How have you managed to evade the feds for so long? Well, I've said it before, but I live in a bunker in a Kentucky mountain valley, so underground. So you just got to be in your little hidey hole. How have you evaded the feds, Zig?
Yeah, I don't think you really have avoided the feds. I mean, I got assigned here 3 years ago, and you know, haven't really avoided us very much.
Very much. Next. What is the most likely alliance to sign Hand of Fate? Cataclysm.
Offshore.
Offshore. All right. I think next. What'd you go to Subway order? 3 6-inch Italian herbs and cheese with shredded mozzarella, bacon, and pepperoni, and nothing else heated. What do you like from Subway, Zig?
I think that used to be pinned here somewhere. Cause you've gotten asked that like 10 times at this point. I feel like.
It's been a lot.
What's your go-to Subway order for Thalmor, the girl behind the counter?
You got me.
I go for a foot long meatballs. I almost said foot long in your pants.
You I almost said you. Wait a minute. You want a foot long of meat in your mouth?
Oh boy, someone found Ruin Ruan Demonte has found the secret timeout word. I don't remember which one it is, but there are three secret timeout words
What?
that will time you out for a couple of minutes if you say it. I have no idea what it is.
What the
I think it's tomato. Yep,
tomato?
it's tomato. Oh man, we just.
Oh no, they're dropping like flies.
Oh man. Oh man, you guys can't even see it
Wait
because
a minute.
only mods can see it. But
I'm confused. As the people chanted tomato, we went from like 20 people listening to 12. Did 7 people just leave, or was there timeout?
did
Does
they,
it what?
did they get kicked off the air?
Did they? I think they are.
Wow, what have I done?
This has been a massacre. This is horrific.
Oh boy. Next time we do a purge,
They
that's
all
how we should do
died.
it. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to see if I can fix that. Oh man. All right. All right. Let the dead air commence. I'm gonna try to fix that.
This is silly. Tomato. Oh man, number 8: community engagement in politics and war and facilitating a healthy game environment. This isn't a question, so whoever submitted this needs to go back to English. I think people should still use the forms more. There you go.
All right, tomato is no longer
Zig, do you have?
on the list. I have fixed it now. There is still one more. Good luck finding it. It's actually two words together. Um, I think we need more people like Epi and Firewolf and what's the guy's name? K.A. Cackley. We need more people like Cackley to go on to the in-game announcement thing and just spam the heck out of it. I think that would be the best for PNW as a whole. That's what I think. Um, all right, I'm getting the.
Top 5 best alliances of all time. Rose, the Syndicate, the Knights Radiant, New Pacific Order. Probably. Who's the fifth? Do I want to jerk myself off and say KT? Number 5, KT and Hand of Fate. There you go.
What was on my list? Grumpy. New Pacific Order. Uh, Treasure Island. That was a good one. Cornerstone. That's 4 again. I can't think of a fifth. goodness. You're gonna
Okay,
get
we're
our.
ready for the next one.
Oh goodness, you guys are gonna get our YouTube video demonetized. How dare you?
Demonetize if we make any money from this production, thanks to you.
What? You don't make any money.
Well, for your work, Zig, I'm very glad you make $3 a month from YouTube. You can
I-
have it. You deserve it.
I wonder how many listeners we actually need to monetize. I think it's like
I don't think it's that
it's
much.
like 20,000 or something like that. I don't know.
No, it's like what Tomato said. It's like 1,000.
Yeah.
We almost have 100 subscribers though, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna hear fireworks outside.
I don't understand the concept of original sin, and I think I misunderstood it often. Zig, why don't you tackle that one first?
Why are you making me do that? Because we already had this conversation at one point.
Because you can probably, because I've been out of church for like 2 years, so you can probably answer it better than I can. My theology is rusty.
Oh, your theology probably doesn't even cover original sin because you're a Protestant. I don't think.
So you're a Protestant.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I know people. I know the Catholics and stuff. Original sin is something that Catholics and I think some Lutherans and some basically whoever does the baby sprinkling believes in it. And it basically is the idea, I think, that all people inherit sin from Adam at birth, basically, and so, uh, uh, so everyone, no matter their age, needs forgiveness. Um, which is something that most Protestants disagree with because they don't believe that you would just inherit it. You actually have to go and do it. Um, so as a result, a lot of people consider Catholics to have a lot of just innate guilt from inheriting sin, whereas Protestants get a lot of guilt later in life. That's my understanding. Go ahead and correct me. Go ahead. Period and or Anri.
That's basically my understanding as well. Although, from my Protestant environment, there was a belief in original sin, but there was a divergence from the Catholics in that, like, the Catholic view is that as soon as that baby is born, you need to baptize it because it's going to go to hell if it's not. Whereas the Protestant view, they just kind of throw their arms up and say, well, it doesn't make sense for a baby who isn't even conscious of like good and evil to commit sin, so they'll probably be okay if they die. So that's kind of where the differences are. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same.
Is that
I
all
think we're
we need to
done
say?
now with that one.
I'm waiting for
Yeah,
the
I'm
comments
fine
to
with it.
finish. It looks like they're done.
Best Pride Month flag, one that is currently in flames.
Oh snap. I was just gonna say Black Pride.
Do you guys? I was just gonna say Black Pride. Black Pride. What is going on with the new Pride flag? Because you got the rainbow, but on the left you got like all these other stuff with like a circle. What's the circle? What's the circle mean?
Oh goodness. Is that a our plays
Oh
thing?
my gosh!
Is that an our plays
that?
thing?
Oh my gosh! It's good. The fucking the.
Why is Snake on?
Why is Snake on?
Who is Pride and Snake? Solid Snake.
Let's see here. Can I pull up the thing? Yeah, I think I can pull up the current flag.
That video is
So
blocked.
this
The
is
video is blocked.
this is the Dublin Pride March and Parade flag, and it's the Pride flag, but set to the Ukrainian flag. But the reason why I'm posting it is because, like, in the new Pride flag, I've seen that circle. What does the circle mean? Like, okay, I recognize the trans colors on the left. I don't know what the brown and black is about. What's up with the yellow triangle and the circle? I don't know what it means. Does it mean you've been vaccinated? That's what Kiwi is saying. Thalmor, do you honestly ever expect to know? I probably shouldn't. Just accept you'll be canceled. I've talked about it before. If I ever do get anywhere in life, which I probably will, I'm probably going to delete every episode of Thalmor Radio.
I gotta wonder.
Um,
I don't actually know
I gotta
much about Ukrainian culture, but is LGBT stuff really that tolerated in Ukraine?
it's
That
illegal.
tolerated
It's
in
illegal.
Ukraine?
It's illegal.
It is illegal in
Gay
Ukraine.
marriages.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
That makes it so ironic to put that on top of a Ukrainian flag.
I mean, it's just an attempt to signal that they're just compliant to what the establishment wants. That's all it is. Who's in Paris? All right. I think we're ready for the next question. Worst Thalmor staff member, probably Soup, because he's been offline for a couple months. But I'm not going to remove him in remembrance and honor of all the work he contributed when he was active. I don't know what he's up to, but I hope he's doing well.
Yep.
Zig is thinking long and hard. Yeah, okay. We are in concurrence.
You know how parents never have a favorite child, but they secretly do. I don't have a least favorite member of Thalmor Radio. That's my answer.
Well, it's really only you and Kills, because George is a host, so I'm a host, so it's a little hard for you to pick.
I mean, I'd pick you in a heartbeat if I thought that, but I'm not allowed to think that. 'Cause I don't have any.
well, I will bear the sins of Thalmor. That's okay. What's the next one?
I think this is going to be a tough one to answer.
Thalmor's micropenis. Also, not a question, so I don't know how to respond to this. It's 4 when erect, which is not a micro. It may be small, but it's not micro. So I reject this quote question. And Zig, what are your comments?
4? Is that a unit? I don't want to know. I'm gonna just pass it.
4 inches, 4 centimeters. Who knows? How to be Hanafate at war? You have to sit on us. You have to actually sit on us.
You have to go
really
to their
hard.
house, push them to the ground, and sit on them, and then they can't log in anymore.
Yeah, there you go. But that's an out carrier attack, though, so that might not go well with a lot of people. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I was gonna say I think the best thing to do is just VM, and then rejoin in about 4 years when all of them have quit, because they can't beat you in a war that ended years ago. So that you win de
That's
facto.
what. Well, that's what. That's what an SK member did that I was fighting. I raided them, and a day later they VM'd for 2 weeks. So there you go. You got to just quit and come back later. It's unbeatable.
VM is a legit strat.
Who put the how the boomph? Who put the boomph in the booth? I can't fucking say this. Who put the boomph in the boomph? Baboof. Who put the ram in the Rama Lama Ding Dong? Who put the boop in the boop? Shoop boo boo shoop boo. Who put the dip in the dip? Top dip that dip. Who was that man? This is a question. That man was John Kennedy. What do you think, Zig? Who was that man?
I think it was probably. Did you know about that guy with the lemonade stand? And there was a duck that went to the guy with the lemonade stand. I think it's that guy.
This is vaguely familiar. Okay, it probably was, yeah. I think we're ready to move on now. I've been masturbating very frequently the past few years, often 6 to 7 times a day. Most of my time is either spent masturbating or looking for the next video to wank to. I feel like I should be spending my time doing more logical activities, like pulling more bitches. What should I do to slow down the wank?
Get a job.
Get a job. I mean, this is a troll, but like, it might be. This guy's probably trolling, but he could also be a little bit serious, and that he might actually be doing it more than he wants to. I think masturbation is a result of having too much time on your hands. So, find something to do. Work out, busy yourself. Clean your house. Do the laundry. Mow the yard. Take out the trash. Go for a walk. Preoccupy yourself.
Ask your mom.
What do you think, Zig?
Ask your mom if there are any more chores for you to do. Just go ahead and ask them. You know, go ahead and ask your parents if there are any more jobs for you to do. You know, start a garden in the back. Just dig a bunch of holes. Just walk around. And talk to random strangers on the street if you don't live in the middle of nowhere like Thalmor does. I think these are all not great ideas, but they're better than whatever you're doing.
I can walk down the road to my neighbors and ask to borrow a cup of water or something. It'd be a 30-minute trip, but I could do it. And also incremental change is good. So if you're masturbating 2 to 3 times a day, then force yourself to only do twice a day, and then force yourself then to do twice every other day, and then only once every other day, and just slowly phase it out. That also works.
Are you saying that you should wean yourself off, like you wean children off of nipples?
Yeah.
Move on, please.
Who's your daddy? I don't want to say his name. His name is His name is. I don't know what his name is. Well, yeah, I do, but I don't want to say it because I
Yeah,
don't want you guys
just
to like
don't
look him
say
up.
it.
Yeah, his name is John Smith. There you go.
So now we know your last name finally.
Who's your daddy's?
Thalmor Smith. Yeah, I also don't want to say. My father is a wonderful and respectful man. He is a podiatrist. That's all I wish to say. Moving on. Another terrible one.
Does your dad work for a hospital?
Clinic.
Gotcha. Is it acceptable to have sex with a sweet onion chicken teriyaki Subway sandwich? I think the problem you would run into is getting like the. You don't want the food grease in your dick hole. But also, you should only be having sex with a woman if you're a guy. So, this is, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
This reminds me of a long-standing conversation that my roommate and I used to have. I mean, I guess it wasn't really a conversation as much as him complaining about how life is, and he was basically saying it weirds him out to think that in the future we'd all have sex with robots, and he is anti-robosexual. He was totally okay with homosexuality, but as soon as it became a robot, it was off the table. It was like robosexuality? No, absolutely not. And you know, that's a animate object, whereas that would be an inanimate object. You know, where's the line between, you know, is a robot under the same sort of thing as bestiality? Is it kind of like bestiality? I don't know. This has plagued the back of my mind for ages. Is like, you know, both in terms of philosophy and also like religiously, you know, how do you respond to something like robosexuality? And this all came about because we both read comics, and you know, and then it happened in the movies and the shows that the Scarlet Witch, Wanda, was, you know, intimate with Vision, the robot. And it's like, you know, if you think about it, it's like, that guy's a robot. That's robosexuality. But he's played by a real person, so it doesn't feel weird, I guess. But it's like, that kind of just like flew under the radar of most people. That something that's probably, if you thought about it, would actually be quite controversial. That's the long answer to a different question that I refuse to answer because I don't feel like it.
All right, we're here for the next one. Help! Thalmor and Zick, I'm unable to think of a question to ask on the advice line. I need your help, or else my mom's going to lock me inside her basement. I greatly need assistance with this. I hope you understand the severity of the situation. Well, we are several weeks late to answering this, so I guess you're just kind of fucked. I hope you were eventually let out of her basement, and I hope you're doing well. And DM me your mom's number and a picture of her.
Just think, like Harry Potter used to like live under the stairs in like the basement. Like, you know, you're in good company, man. Getting locked in a basement, like plenty of cool people have gotten locked in the basement. So it's like okay. The only thing is you just got to be like confident in your indecision. That's what I got to say. That's what I've learned in my 31 years is just be confident in your indecision and everything just works out so much better. That's what I gotta say.
All right, next one. Something the dead. That's all I know what that says.
All right, try to pronounce it. You can do it. I believe in you.
K. Hey, dispus la murate. I can't fucking pronounce it.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't force you to pronounce something I know you'll mess up.
It's okay. It's funny.
Que hay después de la muerte.
Damn, just dunked all over me.
Helps to know Spanish. K.
What is after death?
I. Des. Pues. De. La. Muerte. There you go.
Salam alaikum. I think that what's after death is the final judgment, where you're either going to go to the lake of fire eventually, because death and hell will be cast in the lake of fire, or you'll go to heaven. And maybe you'll go, if you're a little bad, then maybe you'll go to purgatory for a while before going to heaven. If you're a little bad, not too bad. That's the Catholic view, and I'm a bit more impartial to that, but there you go. So that's what's after death.
Thalmor's a closet Catholic. Going to purgatory, praying to Mary.
I want to. How's time working? Well, I think it's like the worse off you are, the more time you're there. Like, but like I don't know if it's like if like 300 years is like a short time, or if that's like a long. Like I don't know. Which time might be something completely different. It might be like maybe you have to suffer until you learn. Like I don't know how it works. If I'm not having a good time because I just time served, I'm afraid not. So no brain. Well, what? It can't be that different. I mean, we're made in God's image, and like there's enough compatibility between the realities that like God was able to take a human form and like walk on the earth. So it can't be that crazy different.
Goodness, church.
And that was the last question. So
Yep, that was the last question. Oh, it's a good thing I had.
And they were all kind of.
It's a good thing I had chat muted the entire time and forgot about it. Whoops. Oh, Lysander submitted more today. I guess that'll just have to wait until next time in another month.
Wait, people submitted more? I'm just nosy. I just want to see what they are. I'm not going to address them. There was, I think, 47.
If there's just one.
Piece of shit doesn't want to load. So that's awesome. I love it when nothing wants to load because I live in the boonies and the satellite's like, oh, I'm a satellite. That can't work. Ooh. This shit all goes at the speed of light, but for you, Thalmor, you have to wait 5 minutes for one page to load because fuck you. Ooh. Thalmor, I know you pay $200 a month for the best package that your ISP has. 3 questions. Okay, well. Do you want to read 3?
Sure. We'll do a quick rapid fire round.
All right. Quote, we've been seeing the hope for War of Mini-Spheres die off lately as it becomes less likely the larger alliances will break their large spheres up, for example, TQ and GG. Do you think that ends the hope for multipolarity, or do you think they can live on in the form of alliances which taking action independent of the spheres and avoiding chaining treaties? Cataclysm, Rose, Bond, or predisposed to the clock fighting all of Mythic? I don't think Mini-Spheres is dead. Like, I disagree with the premise. So, like, I think at right now, maybe the mini spears thing ain't going so well because it seems like everything's kind of fragmented, but like, there's nothing stopping the right people from working together like 6 months from now to like build a cool new like third thing to compete with Hollywood or Celestial or something. So I disagree with the premise. I don't think you'll see alliances taking independent action any more than usual because that doesn't seem to just happen a lot. So, I mean, like, Church of Adam going rogue and attacking TKR was pretty cool, but, like, that's the anomaly. I don't think you'll see that too often. Zig, what do you think?
It's the same argument. It's been going on for since NPO's last time. I don't even know who decided that Minispheres was a good idea, but meh. I don't think Minispheres actually matter, and I don't think Minispheres will happen because we don't have enough dynamic leaders in the game to actually have it happen. Some people can be dynamic, but it's like once a year that some people have enough time and are motivated enough to actually do something. And that's when a lot of treaties change and a lot of I'm not saying that leaders don't have the balls to shake up the meta. I don't think they care enough to shake up the meta because it's a lot of work to do that. And there's some people that definitely are like vested and like care, but I mean, like, the amount of effort and conversation and stuff that you need to get into to do that, I think a lot of the really established leaders don't really care as much anymore to do that. You think about like what Kev does, and like sometimes Kev, I'm gonna bring up Kev because he's the one that I know of doing this occasionally, where he'll do a lot of really cool stuff and then he'll just stop for a while because he's like burnt out of the game. At least that's my interpretation of it, and that's kind of what happens because we all have jobs and some people have kids and wives and stuff like that. And it's a lot for one person to actually do for a stupid text-based game. That's my opinion.
This is the last question. Do you prefer a non-main economic departments or a main economic department? There is, ever since Killsbob made the change so that Thalmoria was a community so we could get stages, there is a special chat room that only us like server mods can see called moderator only. And there's a bot there that posts called community updates, and it's like a Discord server side thing. And I did this last time, but every time it announces changes to Discord, I always insult it and cuss it out, even though it's a bot, even though there's literally no sentience there and no one's going to ever see it besides maybe Zig and Kills, because like, even though like it's a joke that I hate machines and robots, and I kind of do, even though I play it up because it's an entertainment show. Obviously there's utility to like having bots and automation, but like, we see over and over again in the game how that can blow up in people's faces, and that just doesn't happen if you got competent people doing it manually. And also, it's like doing things manually means that like you work on your skills and whatnot, you get experience and whatnot. I mean, obviously, having a bot do it means it frees up that time to do other things, but um, there's a happy middle ground. I think KT does it well with how like the government does things manually, but they use spreadsheets and stuff, so like everything's tracked and whatnot. I think that's the happy middle ground. Now, maybe if you were like Rose's size, where you got hundreds of people and like you're making $4 billion a day in total, it's like okay, well maybe then you'll want to maybe bring in some more technology. But for the average alliance, I think they need to they can save some work with automation, but they need to just do it manually. What do you think, Sig?
Yeah, I think automation changes how alliances are run, not necessarily in a good way. I've never been in an alliance that has any bot or automated econ. I've never had any. I've never been in anything that has that, as far as I know. Maybe TS had it, and I just wasn't aware back in 2018 when I was there. But I think that whole concept is still extremely foreign to me, and I don't like it, and I don't like that it's possible, and I don't like the fact that you can the deposits I can understand, like having it keep track, but having automated withdrawals is like that's not something I think should be possible, because that's a the only way to have that happen is having individuals have access in some way to another person's account, which I still feel like breaks the multi terms of service kind of thing. Alex has said it's okay, but I still think it's not, because Alex is wrong about a lot of things. Yeah, and it's
Fuck,
not
I'm
even a
hungry.
matter
I
Yeah,
need
and
to.
it's not even.
it's not even a matter of the fact that people can steal banks and steal more than they deposited. I think that's hilarious, and the consequence, you get what you get what you get what you get. But the fact that you're able to do that in the first place, I think is just like not good. there, I've always wondered if there's anybody that's done a successful command economy where you have a bot automate, like you have like 100% taxes, and you have bots that automatically send resources out with a message. 100% you could do this. You could have somebody that just figured out solve the economy, and they would win. The game would be extremely boring for the people involved, but they would win. I don't know if NPO did that, but I feel like it's bad for the health of the game, because the best way to play, in my mind, is a bunch of libertarians who build their own nation, because then you get to actually do stuff. That's my answer.
All right, that's it. For the questions, um, there's nothing about real life I want to touch on, but I'll do the final call for real life. Any real life topics you guys want me to touch on? I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm not ready to wrap it up here.
Me too.
11. Where do you live? Where it's 11:30? I live on the East Coast and it's 10:30.
Maritimes.
Oh, you live.
Maritimes.
Canada.
Okay, you're.
Canada.
Yeah, you're in the fucking easternmost tip of Canada's penis. Eat that Subway, girl. Well, I go to prison if I did, so I better not. Nova Scotia? Yeah, they're probably. Are they ahead by 3 hours? They're not ahead by 3 hours. Fucking California is 3 hours behind the U.S., and I know that East Coast is closer to Eastern Canada than that, so that's not true. It's so funny. Jerry's like, do not eat the Subway girl. You have committed genocide. Yeah, I also killed things yesterday. A snake and 2 spiders. But they were gross, so it's okay. Alright, I think we're done. I'm gonna go fry some burgers. So Zig, play the theme and then end the recording. The theme is done. Let's go. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thalmor Radio. Yeah, he's coming at you from the top. Oh no, no, he won't stop. Thalmor Radio. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thalmor Radio.